So a closet, it is overfilled with clothes, and you still feel like you've got nothing to wear. Well, it seems like your wardrobe needs to be organized. Crown City style blogger Brianna Archuletta shows us one of her hacks.
How can a flowchart actually help us when we're making decisions for our wardrobe?
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into this because I love that this makes it so easy to decide whether or not something should be in your closet. This just takes all the emotion and puts logic into whether or not you should keep something.
Is the item in good condition? This is the obvious first question we should always ask.
Always look at it. Is it pilling? Does it have holes in places where it shouldn't have holes? Is it coming apart? Are the shoes wearing thin? Things like that. So if you're seeing any of those signs of wear, you just gotta ditch it at that point. It's not helping your wardrobe.
Okay, and then does it fit well? What does this mean?
So this can mean a lot of things. First of all, does it actually physically fit? It's not too baggy, it doesn't pinch anywhere. You know, it actually is your size, but then also, like, are you tugging at your clothes? Is it uncomfortable to wear throughout the day? So I can show you one item here. Okay. You know, this one, I love this blouse. I love that it's leopard. I love the fun print, but this snap pops open so easily. So I always have to wear—
We cannot have that happen.
No. So I always have to wear a cami under it, and that's just not the look that I was going for with this top. So it doesn't fit well, and I have to move on from that one.
Okay, makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Now, what about, does it fulfill a function in our life?
So for me, my personal brand is a little bit modern with a little pop of street, but I also am a mom, work in a casual office, and just have the occasional like cocktail event to go to. So some of these things do and do not work for my wardrobe. And so first of all, this dress, you know, not really on brand for me. It served a function at one point. It was perfect right after I had my last baby, but this is just a little too preppy for me and doesn't really align. So I never really go for that one. So it's just taking up space for me.
Okay, so it doesn't fit your style, and that's why you're gonna move away from it.
Right.
Okay.
Now this one, on the other hand, works perfect for the occasional event. So I wanna keep that one. I love my staple denim jacket. And then, of course, this one, we probably all have one of these somewhere. The club dress from way too long ago. I would need a time machine to get back to a time where I needed this one, but I've loved it forever, but it's probably time to let it go.
Well, that flowchart also has you ask yourself if you feel something when you wear it. Now, if you don't feel great, don't keep it. In just a bit, we're going to actually see what happens when your closet's loaded up with too much of one item. Welcome back. Streamlining. It's the name of the game in 2020 when it comes to your closet organization. And if some of your stuff is gathering dust, why not turn that overcrowded closet into some extra cash? Crown City style blogger Brianna Archuletta shows us how.
Well, if you like it, you like it. That's probably why I have like 5 black camis in my closet right now, but you cannot wear them all at once. So is this a story that's true for most people?
Oh, it's true for everybody. It's so easy to do. I've definitely had clients that have had 7 of the same pink Target tee, and they don't realize that they just keep gravitating towards the same thing. For me, I'm guilty of these jeans.
Brianna?
These are all the same pair of jeans.
Are they all the same wash?
They're the same.
They're beautiful.
They're the same. They're my favorite jeans, but I don't need this many pairs. I have one different one, and you can see they still have the tags on them. So obviously these are my go-to, but you definitely still have to streamline. Some of these I can't even wear anymore. This is my previous size after I just had my baby, so these need to go. We can definitely thin out this pile here.
Is the same thing happening when it comes to shoes and footwear? Because we may have the pink polka dot heels from one summer a long time ago, and hey, it's winter, or it's just not our style anymore.
I know, they all feel special at some point, but eventually you have to stand back and just think about why you are or are not keeping something. So for instance, these I loved so much at one time, but you can see that I haven't worn them in so long, they actually have dust on them. They need to go. These are still cute for somebody, so I'm going to purge these. And then these gold boots, again, love them at the time, but I have figured out that I have not worn them all winter. So if I'm not wearing it, it doesn't need to be there. So I'm gonna purge these as well. Now I do have one favorite here. These are a good staple. I wear these constantly, so these are gonna stay.
Now, if you said you wanted to purge them, but these shoes are still in excellent condition, and of course the booties and the shoe both very on trend, what's a good option to do?
So my favorite thing is actually to keep these donation bags in the bottom of my closet. I like to keep a bag. Yeah, it's full. You can tell I just did some work here. So these, I just keep one in the bottom of my closet all the time. Anytime I'm getting dressed and I decide that something isn't gonna work for me anymore, I just drop it in that bag. And once it goes in, it does not come back out. The great thing is you can actually ship this off. It doesn't cost anything, and you might make a little profit, or you can just donate it and allow it to be recycled.
Okay, that's perfect. So if it gets the Post-it that says we're gonna sell it, you can actually turn the things you used to love into a little bit of money.
Exactly.
So the company Brianna uses is ThreadUp, but there are several similar ones out there, as well as local stores that take walk-ins. In just a few minutes, she shows us her method for purging seasonal items. Well, it's still cold outside, but it is time to go through your winter gear and see what you really need to keep. Crown City style blogger Brianna Archuletta has a helpful process for a seasonal closet purge. And now may be the perfect time to look at seasonal items in your closet. Right now, we are wearing the coats every single day.
Yes, but eventually when things start to thaw, you're gonna wanna think about which items you should actually save for next year. Now, there's a couple items that I've pulled from my own wardrobe. When you're thinking about packing them up for next year, give them a little check. This one, the puffer trend is still going strong. It's still in good condition. This one I definitely wanna save.
And of course, that beautiful green.
Yes.
We've seen that on trend for years.
Love it. But this one, I made a smaller investment in, and you can tell by the quality, it's just not holding up. This one isn't worth hanging on to till next season because it's just not gonna wear well for another year.
And you're saying that because you're noticing like little balls and that sort of thing?
Yes, it's pilling, the fabric is kind of just not holding up, and I think it's just not gonna put my best foot forward if I continue to wear this one.
Okay, well let's move on to the next coat because we don't wanna just pack them up without thinking about it.
Right. This one, teddy bear trend, still going strong, love the color, quality is holding up. This one
really
I made
soft.
a bigger investment in, so it's definitely giving me the life of another winter.
Okay, and this one is a little bit surprising because it looks so sharp, but what do you have to say about this coat?
The buttons are falling off on this one, you guys. Now,
So you'd be fidgeting with it?
yeah, I'd be fidgeting with it, and it's not gonna hold up if it's actually cold enough where you need to close it up. Those buttons are gonna pop right open. So for me, you know, this one's probably a pass for next year.
Okay, why would this time really be perfect for us to look and really comb through our wardrobe?
So you wanna do this at the end of the active season because this is also when everything's on sale.
Yeah.
So if you
We
have
love
coats
good
that
sale.
you need to replace, now's the time to buy them. Get them at the end of winter when everything's on sale, save yourself some money, and start next winter with a fresh new coat wardrobe.
Okay, and I've got one last question. What about those sentimental items
Those
that
sentimental
you really
ones, yeah.
can't let go? Not
Yeah.
from a vanity standpoint, but maybe it represents something in your life.
Yeah, so for me, it's my wedding shoes. And I would say for things like this, you do not have to get rid of them, but do not leave them in your closet. They need to be packed away in a nice, safe place where they can be stored and appreciated and preserved and not taking up room, collecting dust in your closet.
I was gonna say these wedding shoes still look like they're in pristine condition.
Thank you.
Well, and Brianna says that she actually stores those wedding shoes in a protective box in a separate closet.